I'm going to start stripping everything off the hood. When we get a new hood, all these parts got to be bolted back up. So the fender liners, I'm going to start with first. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. T30s. I'm going to zip those out real quick and we'll get those off. So now as I'm doing this, I'm making sure to take all the bolts, bag them up, and also label them. I don't want any surprises, any missing bolts when I go to put everything back together. So as I go along, everything's going in a Ziploc bag, and it's also going to get labeled with what's in it, where it goes, how many bolts are in it, and also a number. If you notice, this one's got number 2 on it. Well, number 1 was the license plate bolts I took out. That'll be the last thing that goes on. So I'll just reverse the order so I know what's in the bag, how many are in the bag in case something were to pop out, and I'll just keep working on in that fashion. Okay, that's one complete hood light. Let's go over and do the other side. So now on the driver's side, that same hood light routes down. I just gotta pay attention to how it was put back together. Okay, so we got that free headlight plug, and here's our hood. Okay, I also got some extra wiring here too, which goes right here to this little jobber. This is a pin switch for my alarm system. Won't ever break. It's got mercury inside that triggers it. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this entire headlight assembly out. Got a couple 10mm there on the side. There's some along the bottom, and it also kind of bolts up with the headlight motor here onto the side of the hood. There's like a little angle bracket in there. I got to get that 13mm off, and there's a couple 10mm around here. So I want to pull the headlight as a whole assembly. Headlight's now completely out of the car. It's this bracket here with this carriage bolt, 4 10mm nuts, and these 2 10mm threaded screws. So now I got to go over to the passenger side, and hopefully out of the broken parts I can find all these nuts and bolts and bag them up just like I'm going to do on the driver's side. Couple 13mm nuts on each side of the hood hinge, and also a couple 10mm for the bracket that holds up the hood support. This one on your side. These brackets, there it goes. You can see they painted them with the brackets on the car. I have to take note of how these screws went in, because I'm probably going to want to duplicate that on the next hood to try to get the brackets aligned. You can see when I take it off, there's a paint line of when they painted it black from the factory. And then these little guide guys just will unscrew out. Let's go over and take a look and see how the driver's side hinge lines up. And this bracket bolted up. This one's not quite in the center. It's up a little bit, just a touch to the left. You can see how these bolts are. This bolt down here is almost kind of at about 2 o'clock. This one about 1 o'clock. This one about maybe 11 o'clock. So this will give me a good insight of how I want to position the brackets on the next hood. Hopefully it comes with brackets or whatever. I'm probably just going to have to use these ones off of here. Took everything else off. Pretty much I could. Pulled the little C-clips even though I didn't need to. And I got the plaque. Made in Bowling Green. Right here I got that out. And that inside underneath in these holes holds it from behind. Like so. Almost started to bend it a little bit, pulling it off, but I got it off. I'm going to grind off the back of these and it's going in my toolbox. Look at that rusted piece of shit right there. I mean, ugh. You want to cut yourself and touch this So I got everything stripped off the hood, every last little fastener, everything. This is one last part. If the hood I buy is not like an 85 to I think 87, it's not going to have this, and it's going to have a different kind of strut. So I might have to transfer this over to the next hood I get. And these are just, it's just riveted in. I've already taken a 1/8 inch drill bit and chased it down the middle. And now I'm going to use a 3/16 and that'll release the rivet. Okay, that should be all of them. Should just lift right off. Of course, right? Everything wants to just be like stuck like a mother. Seriously. As far as I can see. There we go. Just had to get a little pop. Jesus. Man, why are we not popping? Is this thing glued? Fucking GM. Oh God. Yeah, you're glued on there. Holy shit. Let's try that. A little snap. There we go. Wow. Yep. They put a little glue on it on the back side here. You never know. I might need this on the next hood. So I've got it. Put this aside with all the other parts. Okay, now it's safe to say I've got the hood completely 100% stripped. This is just pretty much toss it out. I couldn't sell this. Nobody would buy it from me. Stay tuned for the next part. We'll do the front end nose. We'll completely remove that off the car. Just want to say thanks for watching.